We're in Collingwood, Blue Mountain behind me for the launch of the all-new 2016 Honda Civic, the best-selling car in the country. And when I say all new, it's all new. From the wheels up, a brand new car. And the lead plant in the world to produce this car is in Ontario. On the way here to Collingwood, we had a chance to stop at the Honda factory in Alliston, Ontario to see the first production car roll off the line.
What we wanted to do with this Civic was bring it back to the original Civic DNA, make it sporty, great driving. We wanted to key in some specific areas. We wanted to have it great for dynamics, we wanted to have it great for fuel economy, and we wanted to have really good packaging and also interior cabin. So those are some of the areas that we focused on. We wanted it to be the best C category vehicle in the world. It's larger than the current Civic. It's 50 millimeters wider and it's also longer. The wheelbase is stretched out by 30 millimeters, so it's a larger vehicle overall. But even with that being a larger vehicle, it's lighter and it's more aerodynamic. It's got better torsional rigidity. So even though we made it bigger, we also improved the fuel economy and the dynamics of the vehicle.
Now this 10th generation Honda Civic, there's a lot of changes on the inside. Some people will welcome, others some people might not really like. First of all, the car is lower by 20 millimeters and they lowered the seats as well. The chief engineer told us that he wanted the seat position, the hip position to be lower, and it's on par with an Audi TT, which is quite a sporty car. They brought the instrument panel down, they made it thinner, and it gives you great outward visibility. Hondas have always been known for that. But for older people getting in and out of this car, the seats are a bit lower. That might be a challenge. Also in the back, you might remember the Civic was always known for that beautiful flat floor for getting kids in and out of the back seat. Because the car is lower, they had to put a hump in the middle here to make room for the exhaust. So that's something to be aware of. But overall dimensions on the inside are bigger than the previous car. So it's bigger. Now let's get into what's really good about it. First-rate materials in here, nice-looking instrument panel. The old car was some considered quite plastic fantastic. This is much better materials, and this top touring trim certainly looks quite good. Gone is the split screen that you had in the older Civic. It's more conventional. It definitely feels sportier in here. Let's find out if that new turbocharger does provide sporty driving. So this is a clean sheet design. Everything in this car is new, and that includes two brand new engines. Now the majority of people are going to buy the 2-liter gasoline engine, and that provides 15 more horsepower than the outgoing engine and more torque. It's a 2-liter engine replacing a 1.8, so a larger displacement gives you more usable power through a broader range. It's rated at 158 horsepower and 138 foot-pounds of torque. It can be married to either a manual or a continuously variable transmission, and the CVT has been in the Civic for a few years now. Now the biggest update is the inclusion of a 1.5-liter turbo. It's sold in the top two trim levels, the EXT, T stands for turbo, and this touring model I'm driving today. And it's got a lot more power. It's got 31 more horsepower than the outgoing engine. It's rated at 174 horsepower with 162 foot-pounds of torque. And the nice thing about the torque is it comes on with maximum torque at 1500 RPM. Now when you marry the 1.5-liter turbo with a CVT, it has kind of a unique feature. What I'm going to do, I'm going to stop here for a second and I'll kind of show you what happens. When you take off, it keeps the revs up, so that means the engine's in the sweet spot. So we're doing 0 now, put it to the floor, and you can hear the engine revs, and it kind of stays high, 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 and that means the engine is producing, there we go, 100 kilometers an hour, which is roughly about 6.5 seconds to 100 kilometers an hour. So that really makes the car feel quite sporty, and there's no shifts in between really, and you get continuous linear power. That's all a good thing. Well, the Honda Civic is a Canadian classic. It's been the best-selling car in Canada for 18 years in a row. It's been made in Canada for decades, and Canadians love this product because it offers a lot of value, durability, dependability, known resale value, and now Honda has packed it with all kinds of technology. 2 brand new engines. I love the fact that they've got Android Auto and Apple CarPlay available in this car. Nice big screen, lots of features, upscale interior, now more power and more fuel efficient in a bigger car. We're getting more and more and more for pretty much the same prices we've had before. So I guarantee you this will be the best-selling car next year too.
Looking for a new vehicle? Check out all the models at our new website, drivingtelevision.com.